In this video, we'll be talking about Sun in Virgo in the 12th house and what this means. So if you haven't seen my Sun in Virgo general meanings video, definitely watch that as well, because that covers what Sun in Virgo means on a general basis. But in this case, we'll be talking about what it means specifically in the 12th house. In a general sense, what I covered in the Virgo Sun video meaning is that Virgo Sun creates people that tend to be very resourceful or materially intelligent, and they know how to maximize the efficiency of something. And yeah, so they have a very particular approach to things because they use logic in order to best utilize their energy or what it is that they have at their disposal. And they're also very materially organized, so they can organize details and objects and stuff. When it's in the 12th house, what this indicates is it indicates somebody that is materially resourceful about their imagination, because the 12th house is about vision, imagination, perception, and things that are subconscious. So it makes us a dreamer or somebody that has a lot of visions or has a lot of fantasies, or somebody that has dreams, but they have yet to materialize them. And so the Virgo aspect of the sun makes somebody that's able to be resourceful and be able to make their dreams happen. And in this case, how they do it is by utilizing other people. In general, this placement can be summed up as exchanging your imagination with others, or relating to others using your imagination and trying to persuade others of what it is that you see or what it is that you believe, or trying to persuade them of your dreams. People with Sun in Virgo in the 12th house can be very persuasive because they use psychology and manipulation sometimes to make people see things the way that they do. And what they use is facts, statistics, observations, and, tangible evidence, material evidence, in order to influence the imagination of other people. But there's an element of omission to what they do. So like sometimes they leave out facts or statistics or things that might block people from seeing things the way that they do. And I'm just using facts and statistics as an example, but these people can really make a case for themselves and make it seem realistic, just in general. And they'll use observations, or they'll use like evidence. They'll just bring up different evidence that they believe, and they will create an argument for themselves, or they'll create a portrait that other people can jump into and believe. So very influential. They can be visionaries. Now, generally speaking, when the sun is in the 12th house, it can be very lethargic, or it can lack energy. And especially when it's in Virgo in the 12th house, this indicates that this person has a lot of big dreams, but they can be very inactive, or they can feel overloaded. So that's why they use others, and they use their imagination, and they use the energy of others to maximize their objectives or to accomplish what it is that they have in their head. So a lot of times, like I said, they can omit certain facts or omit certain evidence, or just manipulate things to make things appear in a way that will most easily be received by other people. They'll use things that people don't really know about. But with the sun in Virgo, this indicates that people that have this placement have a very fixed or convinced way of seeing things. They're very convinced about their way of perceiving things, or about their imagination. The reason why I say fixed is because Virgo is the second sign from Leo, and second house is fixed earth. So when the sun is in Virgo, there's a very stable or stubborn way of saying things. So in the 12th house, they're very stubborn about their imagination or their perception. And more so what it is that they are stubborn because they are convinced that they can persuade others of it. So they'll never let up on what it is that they have in their imagination. So as well, the sun can show career because it's our way of approaching things in life, and it's how we do things on a day-to-day basis, and it's where we really shine or where we have value to others. And in this case, you can see these people in creative careers, especially in creative collaborative situations. These people can also do things such as media, videography, or editing. They can create presentations in forms of like persuasion. They can be in politics or positions of power or authority or leadership. But usually they'll be more behind the scenes. They just need other people's investment. They need people to invest. And so they can be in careers that involve shared resources or pools of money. This position can be deceptive and unconscious. So like a lot of times it can make scammers too, or like Ponzi scheme type people, like Wolf of Wall Street type stuff, like that kind of a person. Because again, they want to persuade people of their dreams, and they need other people's investment because their dreams are so big that they can't achieve it by themselves. So how they do it is by using shared resources. And a lot of times that can put them into a liability or a bind with other people, and it can create, difficult or complex situations regarding, money, challenges with other people. And if their dreams fail, then they can be in debt to others, and it can create consequences for them. And unfortunately, sometimes they're not trying to deceive others, but sometimes their dreams may not play out the way that they wanted, and that can create the deception, like the illusion that they're deceiving others. But really, they really actually do believe in what they want to do, and they do believe what they say sometimes. But if they don't have a calculated plan, then sometimes they can fall short. So what I recommend with this placement is that people maximize the amount of calculation they do, and they use more of the Virgo side of things. Usually they will be able to accomplish their goals because the sun in Virgo is materially intelligent. And so they'll be able to accomplish what it is that they set out for, or what it is they convince of others to do. Now, the last thing is how you appear to others is that you can appear sometimes delusional if you're not good at convincing people, or like if they notice that you're changing your narrative, you can appear deceptive. And that's because the 12th house is associated with Pisces, and Pisces is the 8th sign from Leo. The sun is the planet of Leo, and that's why when the sun is in the 12th house, it can create this deceptive tendency, or like this deceptive or secretive appearance. And it's because imagination and our vision of things are always changing, and so that's why when you change your narrative, or you tell people like something different, but you still believe in it, they can sometimes start to think that you're deceptive or something. But that doesn't mean that you are necessarily, or that doesn't mean that's your intention. The only thing that stays constant is the conviction that you have in your dreams. But what's changing is your approach to things, because that's what the 12th house does. The 12th house is mutable water, so it's changing. Our imagination, our dreams, and our approach to things, the possibilities always change. So like, say for instance, you could start like a investment program or something, because that's what I said the career can be about. A lot of times it can involve other people's money and shared resources, and it involves other people investing in you. Like you can start that, and then all of a sudden down the line, you can get this grand new idea or opportunity or way of using the money. So now you're coming back with a whole different pitch to the same people. And so this requires you to like be able to constantly persuade people, or be able to give people insight into your imagination and make them relate to it. So if you're able to do that more so than not, you can gain social support, or you can gain people to invest in your dreams or your way of seeing things. So anyways, that is the meaning of this placement. It's quite complex. I hope that made sense. But if you related to it in some way, or you enjoyed this video and you saw yourself in it in some way, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And for natal chart readings or inquiries as well, I do those. So if that interests you, the link is in the description. Definitely check that out. And other than that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys sometime soon in another video. Peace.